gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear.
Arthur Curry is back, but can the King of Atlantis deal with the responsibilities of being both a father, a ruler, and the last movie of a franchise? Or will he crack under the immense pressure and take the entire DCEU with him? Let's find out. So Aquaman and the Last Kingdom stars Jason Momoa playing Aquaman, even though it felt more like Jason Momoa just playing Jason Momoa with Aquaman's powers. Amber Heard was also in this movie as Queen Mira, but she pretty much lacked any significant presence. Like, she was there and her presence was known, but she was more like, you know how you tell your kid, I want you to be seen, not heard? That's how she was. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II playing Black Manta, he was the highlight of this movie. Like, he was very formidable as Black Manta. But Patrick Wilson, I will say, he stole the show because his performance as Orm, he just showed that he can act. Like, he was acting circles around the rest of the cast, and he was able to still bust out a superhero movie. The plot's pretty simple. It just shows Aquaman's struggle to balance out his duties. He's trying to lead the ocean world, and he's trying to also still be a Justice League member, even though it has nothing to do with Justice League. But basically, he has duties in the land above and in the sea below, while also at the same time Black Manta is now plotting his revenge for the death of his father. So the narrative, it kept me, watching, but there was nothing really stand out to make me say, ooh, okay, what's this? Now, pacing of the film was fine. I saw some people say that the first act was slow. It didn't seem slow to me. I thought it was just fine. Like I said, it didn't really do anything to stand out. Nothing really caught my attention. Maybe some visual things were a bit weird. Like, there was a scene where they were in crab walkers and the visual effects made it look like stop motion. So that was unusual, but at least it was different. So it was something to see because it was only for a brief second. The soundtrack was fine. The songs were a bit generic, but not generic in the sense like you would know these songs. These are licensed songs, but it was just fine. The ending was fine. Everything kind of wrapped up, and he had a fun little moment. I don't want to get into any spoilers or anything like that. What I will say is I wish there may have been a cameo from some other Justice League members. That would have been a nice little fun twist because it's kind of a gut punch. This is the last movie of the DCEU, so you would think, hey, you might as well just get this in here. As far as recommendations go, I'm going to say only see this if you're a Jason Momoa fan or any of the actors involved, or if you're just a James Wan fan. Because general audiences at this point, they're not going to care. With all the superhero fatigue that's going on, you're not going to really care. There was one scene in the movie that involved Aquaman's son, and that had me a little bit emotional just because I also have a child, so I know how that is. So that's got a little bit of emotion out of me right there. But as far as cinematography and the visuals and the choreography, like I said, everything was fine. Nothing just stood out. Nothing made me say, oh, wow, this is cool. Besides Patrick Wilson's performance, he was really good. He was taking these kids, all these people, to an acting class. It was really good. So I would say the strengths of the movie, Patrick Wilson's performance, the visuals, everything looked bright and it was fine. Some of the negatives would be it's kind of a gut punch knowing that this is the last movie of the universe, so there's nothing really you can go from here. It just kind of stops dead in its tracks of the future Aquaman, because we know that Jason Momoa is going to be coming back not as Aquaman but as a completely different person. As far as how this movie compares with other superhero films, I mean, it was better than Blue Beetle, but I still wouldn't put it over Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So in conclusion, I'd say, it's a decent watch, but you're going to really want this film if you're streaming. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom 6.7 Black Mantas out of 10. What did you think of this film? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you have any favorite superhero movie film this year? Let me know in that comment box below. And for more news and movie reviews, why don't you check out Dashy's review on The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And for everything else, you're already in the right place. CPG.